Discord, and then I guess just open it up so we can see chat.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, wait, put us on starting soon.
How do I do that?
And with that, guys, we're
live. Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the first filming of our podcast.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys coming out. So to start it off, kind of want to talk about what we're going to do here in this podcast, the kind of things we're going to talk about. First, sorry about the non-transformed green screen.
Yeah.
Wanted some background, but we kind of forgot to get around to actually doing something, so hey.
It'd be that way sometimes.
So, go ahead and give us a general rundown of what the podcast is going to be like.
Okay, so basically, it's going to be like a mix of stuff. Today we're going to be playing some video games, but that's not like our main thing. It's mostly just going to be chilling, talking about, just different topics, whether it be like animation on my side or just general discussion from Aidan.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to be like a good time. You guys can ask questions. We plan on doing this, pretty often. So
hopefully weekly.
Yeah.
Sunday will be what we shoot for, doing Sundays.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, we're going to talk about stuff like animation, esports, gaming in general, movies, all kinds of stuff that interest us. And, we'll talk about stuff that interests you guys too. So make sure to drop your questions in chat, talk to us in chat. So I want to go ahead and get right into a discussion. Something that Peyton over here has been really passionate about is this new Lion King movie that's coming out.
Oof.
We're hopping right into the controversy, people.
Yeah.
So go ahead, tell us why is the Lion King movie bothering you so much?
Okay, so basically, Disney, as you know, has been doing a lot of live-action adaptations of animated movies recently, and I had no problem with it until somebody pointed out on Twitter that it's like a one-for-one remake. It's following the storyboards, and I think that that's a bit of an issue because the artists who did that like 10, 20 years ago aren't being compensated.
Now, how much footage is like actually available? Because I've seen the trailer, which is a one-for-one remake, right? But is that like just a gimmick for the trailer, or do we?
It could be.
Have we seen more footage?
It could be nostalgia bait. Just because that opening scene is the most iconic in the entire
So do you think
movie.
people might be jumping the gun a little bit on this, or?
Possibly, but it still stands that that teaser trailer is going to be the most viewed trailer out of all of them because it's the first trailer that's being dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, that's what the most people are seeing. So you have like a lot of like controversy about, well, if they're making a lot of money off this, are the 2D animators that were fired 10 years ago making money off that?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a slippery slope, really, because it's like if they start with this, eventually it'll just be a one-for-one remake. I don't know. It's
first, we gotta give a shout out to Up Owl Night in the chat.
Woo!
What's up, Up Owl Night?
Can I interject?
Go for it, man.
Your fan art was the best. I've never been more happy looking at art before. Made me so happy. I just wanted to say thank you. You're my boy.
Yeah, Up All Night. I remember back when you made my Private Riddler banner with all the JoJo characters. It was, that was good, and seeing your improvements, awesome. So thanks for dropping in, man. It's good to see you. Back to the Lion King thing. So let's say comes out, turns out the entire movie is one-for-one shot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because I know the other problem was Beauty and the Beast, right? That wasn't one-for-one, was it?
Some scenes were really similar to storyboards, but nobody pointed it out really. I mean, honestly, like I'm not, I haven't like watched Beauty and the Beast enough to know those like certain things. I do know that the opening scene was similar,
Okay.
but yeah, I mean.
So if it comes out and it is exactly one-for-one, what do you do? What do we as consumers do? Do we just not see the movie?
Well.
Because obviously you are not going to be able to get the mainstream consumer to not go see the Lion King remake. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's a valid point. I mean, I could say don't go see the Lion King, but then in the same breath, it's like, a lot of CGI artists worked really hard on this movie, because like you brought up a valid point earlier that the character designs look really good for the movie, right? Like that CG is very impressive, but it still stands, like. You can't do much. I mean, if enough people complain, then something will be done. But I doubt that Disney's put those animators on the payroll and that they intend on doing it. Disney is very firm in their like business methods, like with the James Gunn incident with the Guardians of the Galaxy director. They didn't do the cast was like, we won't do Guardians 3 if you don't do it. And they're like, okay, whatever. We just won't do Guardians 3.
Man, that was kind of crazy. The James Gunn situation, man.
I don't know, like, honestly, like, I know that he said offensive things. I don't know to what caliber.
I've seen the tweets. The tweets. I personally don't think they were that bad. they were jokes, and they were clearly jokes where they weren't funny. That was the thing, right?
What were they jokes about?
Pedophilia jokes.
Okay.
Like, I want to say there was a joke about the Giving Tree book, and it was something about I don't really remember. Something about something
tree?
Sexual in the kid and the tree or something, right?
That's yeah. But
it wasn't funny, but it was just jokes, right? And it was like, is that worth actually, firing one of the better directors Marvel has?
Yeah, so
potentially the best.
The issue with that, right, is that if it had caused controversy, it would have made sense. Like, if it had been like a hot button thing, like, oh, James Gunn made these like jokes about pedophilia and stuff. But I personally didn't see it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it was Disney jumping the gun. That was good. I know, I'm talented. Maybe it was them just jumping the gun and being like, well, before this becomes a big deal, we're going to take a step for it,
Definitely.
I don't know. I mean...
Do you know... Just, sorry, off question. Do you know who directed Thor Ragnarok?
Yes. Oh, what's his name? It's going to kill me. Watiti something?
Whoever did that, I imagine, is probably going to take reign of any kind of... Because obviously, I think he did a very good job of... Because he obviously took some influence from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And so I think... he's probably going to take over that. But James Gunn has the touch, man. He made those kind of movies. Marvel wasn't really doing that exact style. Yeah. They've always been a little more comedic, but without James Gunn, that's going to be pretty crazy. The movie industry is in all kinds of crazy stuff's happening.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, in regards to Marvel movies, I think they're taking a more lighthearted turn in general. Like, besides Infinity War, because Infinity War is obviously very dark, like, it's very, like, it's a lot harder than like a lot of the things Marvel's been releasing lately. I think like Black Panther is the only one that hasn't been like comedic centric. Like Spider-Man: Homecoming, comedic.
Pretty funny.
Guardians 2, comedic. I mean,
Thor
of course.
Ragnarok.
Exactly, and I mean, but that's.
I mean, maybe Infinity War. That wasn't very comedic.
But they had their jokes, like the Squidward joke.
Now I haven't seen Black Panther. They're like, there's no jokes in that.
There's a what are those meme that's made.
What is it?
It's so all the characters named T'Challa and Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
So T'Challa walks in like wearing like these traditional African shoes, and she's like, "What are those?" or something.
That's pretty bad.
I was like in the theaters. I was on a date actually, seeing it. Yes, I was with my wife Janet.
I was on a date out here. Your wife Janet?
Yeah, she's doing great.
Oh, really?
And they laughed, and I was just like, "Ooh!" I was like, "That
what are
good.
Those jokes, man? That's pretty ancient."
Like. That was like 2015.
I imagine that the writing of Black Panther probably started when that joke was maybe a little more relevant.
But that's the issue with like doing things that are like popular on the internet.
Jokes like that.
Yeah, because like in a month that'd be like if like Spider-Man: Homecoming had a Harambe joke in it.
Well, it's kind of like if you look at, let's just say the Powerpuff Girls reboot, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons that is gonna be so trash. I mean, it's already in my
I'm pretty
fair
sure
opinion.
I'm pretty sure it got canceled.
Bless up. But,
I don't know.
But it was pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it just wasn't marketed for me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't meant for me, but it was pretty bad. But in 10 years, it's going to be even worse. There's one scene that I'll never forget. And she goes, Bubble says some stuff like, well, if you don't like it, then you do it. No me gusta. And her face even shifts into the no me gusta. Yeah. Kids who are born now aren't gonna
get that.
These Fortnite kids aren't gonna get that.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So, in 10 years, I'm gonna have forgotten what Me Gusta was.
Yeah.
It's gonna have no rewatch value. When
It's this transitions really well into Ralph Breaks the Internet. I know we haven't seen that yet. From what the trailers are, doesn't it just seem a little bit pandery to you? Like
definitely.
To like pop. I mean, that's the whole point of the movie. I get it, but.
Yeah, the first one, I think, definitely was very pandering, but it almost seemed like the trailers weren't so much... I guess they didn't know the profound effect that the pandering was going to have, but, like, we were in 7th grade when that came out? I loved 12. Skrillex when I was in 7th grade. And do you remember...
Skrillex in it?
He's in the scene in Wreck-It Ralph where they're in a party. They're like a house party.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Fix It Felix's party, like one of the first scenes. Skrillex is DJing, and I remember Anthony was next to me, and I was like, oh shit, Skrillex is in this movie. And that was pretty intense, I thought.
Well, I mean, you got to keep in mind that the kids who are our age, so we were like 12 or 13 whenever Wreck-It Ralph 1 came out.
Yep.
And Wreck-It Ralph 2 those there are 12-year-olds who are like getting a kick out of all these jokes. Like I would not be surprised if Ralph does like a Fortnite dance or something.
Ralph flossing.
Oh no, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, but they definitely do seem to be pandery with it. Like, 'cause I showed you that video of Ralph doing ASMR. Like,
God.
yeah, it was gross.
I don't think it's gonna make itself into the movie, but the advertising definitely. It's not been a great campaign.
I don't know.
No, I'm definitely gonna still see the movie because the first one was great, but I don't know. I will admit, seeing all this kind of has lowered my standards a little bit.
Speaking of the internet, what are your thoughts on? We'll keep it spoiler free. The Smash Brothers leaks.
Smash Brothers leaks, man. They're gonna be fucked up a little bit. I don't like them,
Mm-hmm.
My man Sakurai, with any game developer, dude. He asks specifically. Hold on.
We're good.
Oh, good. All right, cool. He asked specifically, hey, please do not leak anything, man. That's the reason we don't have a story mode in Smash 4, is because all of Subspace Emissary got leaked. So we beg Sakurai for story mode. We get, not necessarily story mode, but he's like, all right, I'll meet you in the middle. I'll find something in the middle, World of Light, and there were cutscenes. I haven't seen them yet, thankfully.
Yeah.
But now, all those cutscenes, all the bosses, and all the themes have been leaked. 2 weeks before the game's even... We couldn't wait 2 weeks, man. We've waited, what? How many months now?
Like, it was announced in, January, I think.
We waited almost a whole year. We really couldn't go the last 2-week stretch. And it's like... And then they're streaming it,
Yeah.
Which just seems disrespectful. It's like putting salt in the wound.
Yeah.
And, I'm not gonna lie, I hope the Nintendo ninjas are quick to getting these guys. Just streaming it out there, man.
They are. A lot of these accounts are getting banned. Now,
Good.
My question is, how is this happening? Because this happened 2 weeks ago with Pokemon Let's Go. The game leaked in its entirety and people were playing it. And it's just who's on the inside Nintendo who's getting their hands on just the entire game thing? Because you think they'd be wrapped up tight.
Is it because, when you buy the Smash edition of the Switch, right, it has the game, but it's downloaded, but you have to wait for the game release? Is that does something to do with that?
It could be. You could definitely data mine it from that. I don't know if you could form a playable copy through that.
But is it maybe through the leaked Mexican copies?
It could be.
Okay.
But I think the issue primarily lies in just Nintendo not guarding it well enough. Because stuff like this didn't happen for Breath of the Wild, for Mario Odyssey, and those games are able to be preloaded, except for Breath of the Wild. But I'm at a loss. I think it's really annoying. Because, it totally kills hype and suspense because, whenever you're waiting for a game for so long, then, the suspense is building, you have, a whole community of people who are oh, I'm so excited for this game. Then all of a sudden you see on, your Twitter timeline, people just, fucking around in Ultimate. And you're like, now it feels like all my time waiting was a waste. So.
And, it's it's especially a kick to the competitive players, I feel like. People are saying that now for tournament players, because... I don't know about what other regions, but our region is having a day after tournament, or a 2-day after tournament maybe.
Mm.
Any of the guys in our scene who have it, they have the head start now, right?
Yeah.
Now a lot of people are saying it's probably not going to matter that much, but for the average player, I'm scared that could be because think about Ultimate's bringing in a whole new group of people, right? A bunch of new people. Imagine your first ever tournament. You go, the game just released, maybe an even playing field. You just get absolutely mollywopped by someone who's been playing it for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it's just...
It's discouraging.
It's unfair, and it sucks for Sakurai and all Nintendo, but...
So please, don't play... Wait 2 weeks to play Smash Ultimate, man.
Yeah.
Brawl players waited, how many years to get Smash 4?
I don't know if I could have done that, man.
Yeah. Street Fighter 4 players dealt with trash Street Fighter 4 for how long, right? People have done it. People deal with these games, man. It's just, especially with Sakurai specifically asking, it seems kind of fucked.
Yeah, it's just, it sucks that that people just couldn't wait the 2 weeks, man. If only, but.
But on a more positive note about Smash Ultimate, I am very excited to. I'm very excited to see the tournament competitive scene of Smash Ultimate develop. Esports as a whole is it's just on a new wave now, and it's pretty hype.
Yeah, I think this is gonna sound kind of dumb because I don't keep up with the FGC too much, but I do know that with fighters, I feel like it brought into a ton of new like competitive fighting game players, you know, because it's one of the biggest fighting games right now, isn't it?
It definitely is up there with like Street Fighter V, and I don't know so much about it now, but especially during its like initial launch and a lot of the tournaments following that, it was bigger than Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I think what Dragon Ball did that is actually I think Ultimate will do as well. That was so good for Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball had players from all different games playing, right?
Yeah.
Like if we look at like the top players, right? You got like, you know, you have anime players from like Cross Tag and like Guilty Gear. You've got Street Fighter players. I mean, Leffen is a top DBZ player.
Mm-hmm.
My man is a melee player, right?
Yeah.
Void is on the top, I think 50 PGR.
Is he really?
For Dragon Ball, and he's a Smash 4 player. So it brought in people from every fighting game, and I think Smash Ultimate's gonna do something similar. Like, you know, Smash 4 players, of course, are all gonna completely migrate to Ultimate. Some melee players gonna play, and I see people like I know Justin Wong.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Street Fighter player. He's talking all the time about how he's interested in Ultimate at least. And I see a lot of fighting game players who are like, I'm interested in Ultimate, and they're gonna play it, which is just great for the scene.
Yeah. Excuse me. I agree. I mean, this is kind of off topic a little bit, but it's still on the topic of fighting games. We talked about this the other day. I would kill versus like more anime fighters because, you know, some of these animes have just so much inventive stuff, you know, and the movesets could be crazy. And it's like out of all of them, it's just Dragon Ball's fighting just isn't complex enough, you know?
You know, yeah, I will say, I love Dragon Ball Fighters, but every character fight, I feel like a lot of characters fight so similarly in the show. You know, a lot of them use the same kind of techniques, the same kind of beams. There's just different colors a lot of times.
Yeah.
But, you know, I say, even though you might disagree with me, a show like Naruto has a lot more variation in the abilities used. You know, a show, but with the one I want, and I think you do too, Hunter x Hunter.
I would kill for that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would even be 100% down for like a J-Star or
Fighting
like
game.
where it's just all the characters, but make it 2D anime fighter and not these arena fighters. Arena fighters are trash. I hate arena fighters.
We need
They suck.
a Cartoon Network fighting game Redux. I think we need. You remember that Cartoon Network?
What was it called?
Punch Time Explosion.
Punch Time
or something?
Explosion. Yeah, that was a big meme. Thanks to Alfred for a while.
Yeah.
Huge meme.
I think that you know, if you just update the roster a little bit, add the Steven Universe characters, add Adventure Time characters, you know, the whole shebang, it would sell crazy.
Definitely, you think?
I think so. Well,
I mean,
it would sell. Actually, you know, I thought the new Steven Universe game was going to sell super well.
what was that?
It was like Save the Light or something, or
What's
Attack the Light.
That wasn't the iPhone game, was it?
It was a sequel, and they put it on consoles. It's
Okay.
like on every console right now. And I haven't necessarily looked at the sales number, but I haven't heard anything like outstanding about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Cartoon Network just isn't too wise with its properties. I don't know.
Before we move on to the next topic, guys in chat, drop what you think is, or what you think about Smash Ultimate coming up. Shout out to Division D4, our boy Jonathan in chat. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hi, Jonathan.
Up all night, people in chat. Let us know what you think about upcoming Smash Ultimate and the leaks. You know, we'll talk to you, maybe get some discussion, because maybe you guys have some different opinions. I mean, because there is a population that loves the leak. They're out here playing it and streaming it.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
are
I
watching.
get the appeal behind it, you know, because it's like, it's there. You have the access to it now, but it's just more sort of a moral question, you know, and that's up to you.
Definitely.
And if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask, drop it in chat, or if you have anything you want us to talk about too.
But, you know, one thing I would like to kind of touch on that I think we were talking a little bit about in your last stream, and I think is really interesting, is kind of the state of, because we're both, I mean, your channel's still kind of, but we're both at least ex-animation reviewers, you know, on that review grind. So I think it's safe to say that, you know, we have our fair share of knowledge on, you know, at least recent animated shows and stuff like that, because back in the day we were reviewing it, keeping up with all of it. So we were talking about recent trends in animation, where we got someone said something. Let's see.
Max. What's up, Max? Glad to see you.
Maximus Hera. I didn't know about the leaks, but I'm not a fan of leaks in general. I'm still really excited about the game though. Also, hey, what's up? What's up, Maximus?
He's a boy from my Discord server and way back in the day in the Kick chats.
Wow. All right, what's up, Maximus? Good to have you, man. Yeah, the entire Smash Ultimate got leaked. But I agree with you. I'm not a fan of leaks in general. Like, they just kill hype.
Yeah.
Like,
I was so upset when the new Pokemon game got leaked. I was so excited. I was just waiting for it. But what were you?
It's like my biggest like moment of like hype killer I remember was back in Smash 4, Ryu and Lucas, right? Or was it Roy too? Was it all three of them? I just remember Ryu specifically got leaked, and that really killed my hype for it.
I was upset about that.
I was so excited for Ryu, and then to have him spoiled, like I want to know what it was like to enjoy that without knowing it, you know?
For sure. I mean, I don't know, but it's just it sucks because like you don't see like this happening for games like Red Dead 2, the new Spider-Man game, like all these big game of the years, they don't leak early. And I think that maybe because Nintendo may be being careless with them, that could be some ignorant.
You're right. Like when's I mean, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but when can you point to a game from another developer in which something like that's happened? Especially something the magnitude of Smash Ultimate, right? Not saying that Pokemon Let's Go didn't have, wasn't huge, but Smash Ultimate is a game. I mean, it's the most pre-ordered Smash game or pre-ordered Switch game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like. It's crazy. How did that happen?
But where were you going earlier with the what's it called?
Animation, right? So, in recent animation, we were talking about how the trend seems to be we start episodic and go into storylines, right? Like I haven't seen personally a few of the newer Cartoon Network shows they're putting out, but
I haven't really either.
They seem to be following similar trends from what I have seen, and I was curious as to what you think. We didn't really go into depth on it. What do you think it means for the future of Western animation?
So, for the longest time, the way it was from like the 80s to like the early 2000s was you either weren't episodic or you started off like with a story and you ran that story till it ended. That trend changed, I think, with Adventure Time. That was the big game changer. Because for one, that started a new wave of modern animation. You know, you had like the noodle arm art style and stuff, like just like the cutesy overall thing. But it took like a couple seasons to start, like, I think getting together a story.
Yeah. And
then Adventure Time was just crazy successful, right? Like you see like this breakout of like animation.
Every hot topic, just packed to the brim
with
Adventure Time merchandise.
Every kid at school had a BMO book sack and stuff. Yeah. And so, and I'm sure like these big studios like Cartoon Network and Disney Channel were like, that's what we're gonna have to do. We have to be more like Adventure Time. So that's when you see your Gravity Falls, your Star vs. the Forces of Evil, your Steven Universe. It's just, I don't know, because a part of me wants to say it's like from a writing standpoint, like, oh, so you can develop the characters, then go into your story. But I think it mostly falls under scheduling, because if a series is kind of story-driven, but a little episodic, you can just air episodes randomly.
Yeah.
Like Steven Universe, as long as you know the basic plot, you can just watch a random episode.
Exactly.
But it's just, it's weird, because you want to be like, oh, well, it's fine, because, like, all these shows that are story-driven are mostly good, right? But they're all the same, and that's, like, a big issue in animation right now, is, like, a lot of the cartoons look the same. Not saying that, like, it's like, oh, the Cal art style, like, but they don't differ too dramatically. Like, early 2000s, you have, like, a lot of anime influence, a lot of cartoon influence, a lot of realistic stuff, and now it's just really cartoony, which, once again, nothing wrong with it.
I mean, look at Cartoon Network's best performing shows right now. They're kind of going back to episodic though. Look at it. Look.
Yeah.
Total Drama Island is the baby one.
Total Drama Rama.
Is that the one with babies?
That's the baby Total Drama Island that's dominating Cartoon Network right now.
Total Drama Rama and Teen Titans Go, both episodic. So, I mean, I don't know I don't even know what Steven Universe ratings are like now.
Oh, not good. It's like, so basically, what you would expect to happen is happening. You don't air episodes for a month, and you air like 5 episodes randomly. They mostly get around like 800,000 views.
Comparative, what was like before?
1.6 million on average.
I mean, it's not terrible, but yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, I mean, but even from the start, Steven Universe's ratings were not good, to be honest. Like, and it's hard to think about that when you have so many views on the videos, such an avid fan base. But it's because they don't watch it legally, There are tons of different options to watch it legally, but because they're not, it's affecting ratings.
Well, to be honest, I know that definitely when I was reviewing Steven Universe, there were a lot of times I was not watching it on TV because we went through a period where we didn't have TV at my house because it was just like TV's kind of becoming a little obsolete.
Yeah.
And I just didn't use the streaming service. So, guilty confession there, I guess. I
personally think this is going to be crazy, right? I don't think you're going to agree with me, but I think Cartoon Network should honestly just start streaming new episodes on Netflix. Just dropping seasons at a time. Because
they'll never do it.
They will never.
They'll make their own streaming service. We were talking about this the other night, dude. Disney's making its own streaming service. All these different companies are pulling from streaming services.
It's just going to be like cable.
It's going to be TV, just again, because what? It's going to come around, and now the next thing is, okay, if you buy the Roku package, if you pay $49.99 a month for the Roku package, you get access to Netflix, Disney, and all this. Yeah. And it's just the same as buying a damn cable box. We've gone full circle almost.
Yeah, and it's good for me at least because I love TV animation. I'd be like so upset to see it go away, but it's just like transforming. It's not real. Nothing's really changing really. Like you still have like. If anything, I would say the big innovator in the animation industry right now is Netflix.
Definitely.
Because the artistic freedom that it allows. But yeah, that's.
And in a sense, I really think that like YouTube is partially the reason. I guess the internet in general, but YouTube obviously being one of the bigger platforms, is giving TV and these paid streaming services just such a run for its money. Because when you look at it, it's like nowhere else can you get the kind of content that you get on YouTube for the price. Free.
Yeah, for sure.
Free. You can't get that kind of content anywhere. Especially like, as YouTube's evolved, I mean, some of this content is TV level. Some of these animations you can find on YouTube are TV level.
Yeah.
And it's for free.
And the only qualm with that is like, personally speaking, I know that the income that people are bringing in monthly from the size of channels that they have, right? Is not enough to sustain a series.
Especially
like
animators. It kills animators.
Yeah.
Because, if you're uploading a video a day, you can make good money off YouTube. If you make a video a day and you have, let's just say, 200,000 subs, you can make decent money.
Yeah.
Animators can only put out a video once a month sometimes.
That's why Storytime animators are so big, because their work isn't too demanding. It's just like...
Like storyboard animators?
It's, you never seen Storytime animators? They basically just tell stories through, like, animatics, kind of, so it's just, like, one picture will be like this.
Like, give me an example of what, like, would you know one I might have seen?
Probably not. You would know what I was talking about if you'd seen it.
No.
But it's,
I also don't really watch animation on YouTube, to be fair.
Yeah, the more simplistic it is, the more money, the more profitable it is.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember when channels like Oni and G and Psychic Pebbles, you remember those guys?
I still watch. I don't really watch.
Psychic Pebbles. They don't really upload anymore as much, and I remember they were killing the game. Like, it's just YouTube and this kind of content has dealt a huge blow, I think, to the potential future for a lot of these kind of animation and a lot of this kind of content in general, TV content. Because, I was with a group of friends, and I said, how much would you be willing to pay for YouTube a month? Let's just say YouTube became mandatory. How much would you be willing to pay? And I said, I'd be willing to pay like $20, $30, because I watch nothing but YouTube. And one of them told me they'd pay like $5 max. And I'm like, that's kind of how spoiled we've become as a media engaging. Because there's so much content.
And we're like $5 max.
Any content, and it's all free. We're used to getting any content. Dude, imagine there's any kind of content you want. You want people whispering into your microphone? Their gameplay, their information, their everything.
Yeah.
For free. And that's kind of revolutionary.
I think so too, because a big plus with YouTube is like the variety, right? Like just right now, for some reason, I recommended we have like How Old Is Ash Ketchum. That's so like niche, right? Like
Definitely.
Something like that on TV wouldn't even get like probably over like 20,000 views, maybe, depending on the channel, of course.
Exactly.
But like
it's clickbait.
It's clickbait, but it's also like it's like I said, so niche that it's like that's just only something you could find on YouTube.
And having control, I think, over your viewing experience is maybe even like the black horse factor, right? You remember being a kid on TV and that show you don't like comes on. You have to wait the 30 minutes, or switch to another channel and hope that something else is on, dude. I will never in my life be forced to watch a video other than an ad that I don't want to on YouTube, because I can click off and find content I want immediately.
And isn't that weird? We'll never feel that feeling again of like, I'm trying to think of a cartoon I didn't like Mighty Magiswords is on right now or something.
Mighty Magiswords.
I didn't like Mighty Magiswords.
I didn't either. But exactly,
But
you don't like it, comes on, you gotta deal with it. That's just not the thing anymore, and that's gonna blow. I would say it's gonna blow a load. That's not the saying.
That's not. That's what you're going for.
It's gonna blow a dent. I mean, not that a dent hasn't already been fucking blown in TV.
Yeah. So like, I'm kind of glad, low key a little bit, that cable's going away. Just because it's so like it's gonna be like you said, it's gonna be the same in like 10 years as it was whenever we were like 10, right? But I do think it's good because people don't use their TVs really much anymore. The biggest thing I use it for is like video games.
Video games, and that's another thing. Maybe I'm just being looking at it at a different angle, but another thing is I just feel like kids don't watch as much stuff as like video games are so popular now, man. It's so accessible.
Yeah.
I know if I was a kid, I'd rather play Fortnite than watch TV.
Oh my god, yeah.
And then if like my friends' little brothers, when they're not playing Fortnite, they're watching Fortnite.
Yeah.
And it's just that's video games in general.
I can't even imagine what it would have been like had people been streaming Pokemon as a kid. Like, I would have watched so much of that, man. But
dude, I imagine what we would have been like if Fortnite was out when we were kids.
And that's why I don't like that's why I don't like. I'm not too harsh on these like kids who are like flossing and like doing the orange
Show us your
justice.
floss, Peyton.
Huh?
Show us your floss.
You want me to floss?
Yeah, let's see Peyton's floss.
It's been a while since I've practiced.
Drop a like on that stream for the floss. Wow, that's great.
Was that good? I really tried. You want to see my orange justice?
Yeah, let's see the orange justice. Oh, holy shit!
I hit our lamp. But yeah, that's the only Fortnite dances. Are there any other ones I know? I can do the freestyle.
What's it called when you pump your arm?
Okay. I'm gonna do a little crouch one, right?
All right.
Oh, I can't. My knees are gonna give out.
Here, wait, hold on. Get ready. This will help you a little bit more, I think. All right. Try it in that angle.
In this angle?
Yeah, hop in. Will that help you do your dance?
Sorry, you all can see how fat I am.
Here, I'll assist. Ready?
All right, yeah.
Woo.
All right, there he goes. Can I get a round of applause?
Yeah, get a round of applause in chat for that. That was awesome.
One day we'll do a charity live stream where I just do Fortnite dances for 3 hours. This is sad. I'm out of breath.
All right, Maximus Harris says, "Oh my God!"
Yes.
Division says, "It's like, what's the point of waiting for your favorite show to come along when you can find what you want on YouTube?" Exactly.
Bam.
And claps all around for Peyton's Fortnite dancing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe stick around. We might play Fortnite one day on stream. Hey,
maybe we can do squads with some of y'all one day.
Yeah, squads definitely. But yeah, so we definitely would have been Fortnite kids. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I know I certainly would have been a Fortnite kid. What?
There's breaking news right now.
Breaking news?
Donald Trump just banned Fortnite. I think he saw my dance. I'm a little scared.
I gotta hit the jewel to calm down after that one. Hit my jewel, bro?
Yeah. Don't jewel. This isn't a real jewel. Please
we got someone else in the chat. Shout out to Stardust.
Stardust, also a Discord boy.
Discord boy, we stand a legend, he says. So I guess you're a legend.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Peyton.
Thank you.
You made it.
My hands are wet from the ice.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, so we definitely would have been Fortnite kids for sure. We
would have. Oh my god.
Hardcore Fortnite kid. I would have been.
So the most comparable thing I can think of real quick. There's a Discord server for the channel. I'll throw a link in at the end of the stream or something.
Probably just throw it in the channel bio too. That'll make it easier.
Yeah. But whenever I was like 5th, 6th grade, I started going through my anime phase. And all the time I would sing like Full Metal Alchemist openings and shit on my bus. I kid you not, I sang Full Metal Alchemist opening 1 in class and said that I was fluent in Japanese.
You told me that. You just made up noises.
Yeah, I just said "Kana moiva." Like, yeah. I know it's very insensitive now, but it's comparable to the Fortnite trend, right? Because had I been into Fortnite as these kids are, I would have been like, yeah, I'm a professional dancer, and just like started orange justicing in class or something.
Yeah, I know I would have because I was a hardcore Call of Duty kid, like Rager, Squeaker on the mic, saying meanest things to anyone who could beat me. So I know I'd have been a Fortnite kid, and I definitely would have raged a lot. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't judge them, man. I really don't.
Yeah, leave Fortnite kids alone, man.
Yeah, I mean, like let them have their fun, you know. Like it's harmless, really.
We're out here defending Fortnite kids. We're the heroes.
We stand. If you're a bullied Fortnite kid, let us know, and we'll come to your school and do a presentation on Fortnite.
We will we'll Fortnite dance in your class if you bully Fortnite kids.
Yeah, but
so, I'd recommend staying away from that.
Yeah, for sure.
So awesome. How long have we been live for? About 30 minutes. Not too bad.
The time moves so quickly when you're having fun.
Exactly. So yeah, again, want to take just a quick minute to do some plugs.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone in the chat so far. It's been a great time. We've had some consistent people throughout. Shout out to everyone who's been in. Thanks for talking with us.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if there's anything you want to hear us talk about, anything that's really been on your mind, let us know in the chat below. And if you think about something after, just go ahead and comment on one of our videos, man. We'll get to it in the next podcast for sure.
Mm-hmm. And if you like the stream, like the stream.
Like the stream.
You should drop a like.
And if you like us, definitely check out the content. Of course, we're here live on Hourglass Indigo's channel. My man makes some great animation content. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, video analysis, check it out.
And he makes great critique videos, so go check out his videos.
Yeah, at Aidan Hill. And then, as you can see here, and here is our Twitters. Follow us on Twitter. We'll be sure to let you know when we're streaming.
I feel like a weather lady right now.
Yeah, with the green screen. We'll be streaming.
We're good. Yeah. Okay, the camera's
We'll let you know when we're streaming and when videos come out, so make sure to do that. But back to getting on to the topics. Oh, we got a little message in chat.
Sorry, Max. I won't eat ice. I think there must be something wrong with me. I love eating ice.
Man, we've been friends for about 5-6 years now. He's eating ice the entire time. His teeth are probably have their nerves deadened because of your lemon juice drinking habit.
Do we have to go there? I did drink lemon juice.
Frequently.
In 9th grade, I think, we all had like this big get together at his house, and we all went to the grocery store and got like one thing for ourselves or something like that. And my one thing was a big bottle, like this big, of lemon juice, and I drank almost all of it in one night. And I soon found out that you can't do that because
not supposed to.
Ruins,
you can. You did.
You can, yeah. It ruins your teeth. My teeth, as you can see, are still fine because I stopped drinking lemon juice.
Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah. Can we get an F in chat for the enamel
okay.
that I lost?
Can we get an F in chat for Peyton's enamel?
For my teeth, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, but I'm having a good time so far. This is fun.
Definitely.
I think, are there any other, topics that you think we should...
There's all kinds of stuff we can talk about,
yeah.
Shout out to the S, drop an S in chat. But
thank y'all for the teeth. One
thing it's I've been thinking about a lot lately is back to Ultimate. Who the mains? With was it 74 characters available?
Yes.
Who you looking at? Who's interesting you?
So, you know what? I've been looking at it a little bit. I may main Zelda.
Zelda.
She's cute. She's got great moves. I think she's just cool looking too. I'm like, I'm gonna test her out, right? Either Zelda or Incineroar, because I feel like those are. You can either be my angel. I can be your angel, like Zelda,
a little dual main, huh?
or your devil.
Okay, I respect that.
What about you? Are you gonna stick DK?
I don't know, man. DK. For those who don't know, I'm a DK main in Smash 4, but DK's missing one of his signature combos in this new game. I'm not sure if I like that. So for me, I'm looking at K. Rool. K. Rool and Mewtwo, I think.
Not Me Gunner?
If Me Gunner's good, maybe. Me Gunner, I love
Me Gunner's not going to be good.
I love the Miis, but they're so bad.
Maybe Sakura will give them a huge buff, and they'll be the best characters in the game.
I would love that. I would absolutely play Me Gunner if he was the best in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I think that's pretty much all I'm looking at. Maybe Ness. But one of the things I like about Ness is his up air so much. And the fact that they changed
his up air, dude.
I don't really like that too much.
But
so, we'll see when it comes around. But until then, yeah, I definitely say I'm focusing in on K. Rool and, Mewtwo. Maybe Me Gunner.
Besides Smash, these next 2 months are going to be really interesting for, media, I think. Or at least for me.
Apple Knight says Samus. He's thinking about Samus.
Samus, let's go, dude.
That's rough, man. Samus looks bad. Yeah, salute you, man. That's a hard one.
I'm really excited for the new Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse.
It looks so good. Very excited for it.
Do you refer to a group of Spider-Mans as Spider-Men or Spider-Mans?
Well, there's some women in there.
Spider-People?
They're Spider-People.
Spider-People?
You can refer to them as they.
Dang. All right, you heard it here first, boys and girls. Spider-People.
Yes. I'm also excited for the new Dragon Ball movie. Dragon Ball
Broly!
Broly.
Broly! If any of you spoil... Look, Here's a fun fact. I've seen about 3 episodes of Dragon Ball in my entire life, and I'm so hyped for the Broly movie because I got into Dragon Ball when I started playing Dragon Ball Fighters. I never have really played it, or like, excuse me, I never really watched it, but the game was awesome, and I love characters who are just like, I guess, grotesquely ripped. I think it's so funny, so I love Broly.
So we like JoJo?
Probably. I think it's a very funny aesthetic. And so I'm super excited for the Broly movie, and we will definitely talk, probably almost have a whole stream dedicated to talk about the Broly movie when it comes out.
Yeah, you gotta learn your Dragon Ball lore first.
That's one thing. I feel like I'm pretty. Let's do a little game. We're gonna have Peyton ask me some Dragon Ball lore questions.
Okay.
All right. Now, if I need help, I'm gonna ask you boys in chat to help me out. All right. So I hope that you guys are well versed in Dragon Ball. Perhaps you can help me out. I know my man Division, if he's still in the chat, has some Dragon Ball lore knowledge.
Yeah.
So let's ask. Go ahead and start. Ask me some questions. We'll see.
I'll start easy. All right.
All right.
What are the 2 names of Goku's children?
Gohan, Goten.
All right. That's a good one. What's the name of Trunks' sister? It's a type of undergarment.
Panties? Panties?
Bra.
Bra?
Yeah. Or bola.
Let's see. Maximus says I got into Dragon Ball when Peyton forced me to watch it back in freshman year.
I forgot about that in the Kick group chat. I wanted people to talk about Dragon Ball.
All right. Look. Division helped me out with the bra answer. All right. Let's get the next question. That was a hard one. She didn't even appear in the series. Really.
She's in Dragon Ball Super actually. But throwback to the Kick group watch of Dragon Ball. That was a good time. Okay. What planet are the Saiyans from?
I almost said Namek, but that's where the Namekians are from.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a hint. It's the name of one of the main characters.
Goku.
No, it's Planet Vegeta. Wow, you're really bad about it.
Wait, he's just named after the planet?
He's
the prince.
Yeah, his dad's name is Vegeta too.
That's stupid. Next question.
Okay. What race is Piccolo? I'll give you an easy.
Namekian.
Yeah, good job.
Woo! I'm on fire.
How many Saiyans are still alive?
All right. We have Goku. Now, are we counting like these half Saiyans, or just pure blood Saiyans?
Just pure Saiyans.
We have Goku. We have Vegeta. There's Kale, Khalifa.
Okay.
Broly.
You're missing 3. They're all really minor characters, so I don't.
Oh well, I guess they're not alive anymore.
Yeah. I just talked about one of them earlier.
Bra?
Huh?
No.
Are we all going? Let's do only alive characters. I think you're good.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Did you say Paragus?
Paragus. Oh, is he a Saiyan?
He's Brawly's jab.
Oh yeah, that's true. Paragus. Let's see. Maximus says, honestly, I forgot the last time I ever watched Dragon Ball.
That was Stardust.
Oh, Stardust, excuse me. Said, I forgot the last time I watched DBZ. I think I watched it was on Nick. Was it on Nick?
Yes, it was on Nicktoons. That's how I discovered it.
All right, Up All Night says, in episode 6, season 12, what was the first line of the second act? You have 10 seconds. I would imagine it was probably like, Vegeta! Or just like a scream in general.
It'd be like, Kakarot, my pride.
Kakarot, my pride!
Yeah, Super was good. I like Super.
So, what would you say I scored on the test?
You got a C. I'll give you that.
D's get degrees. C's get degrees, baby. I have a degree in Dragon Ball. So you know I'm ready for the Broly movie. And you know I'm ready to talk about the Broly movie. So I hope you guys are. So that means you all have to go see the Broly movie so you can hop in the stream when it's done and we can talk about Broly. Even if you don't watch Dragon Ball, go see the Broly movie.
Yeah, for sure. But on to the next topic. What are your thoughts on this? Alright, I hate to keep bringing it back to Nintendo, right? But this is something that's been on my mind. What do you think about next year's lineup? Do you know what do you need me to tell you what the lineup of games are?
Yeah, tell me a few lineups.
Okay, so you got the new Fire Emblem, you have the new Pokemon, you have the new Animal Crossing. There's one more. No, I'm forgetting the new Yoshi.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't care about it at all, pretty much, except new Pokemon. I will go bananas for the new Pokemon game. But I don't like Animal Crossing. I don't like Yoshi or any of the Yoshi games. And what was the other one you said?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem's alright. Fire Emblem's okay.
You heard it here.
Let's see what we have here. I don't know. I've never seen Dragon Balls. Up Owl says.
Dang.
And
You're
then
missing out,
Division
brother.
says, how many androids were there? Was
Ooh.
Android 6? Well, like, there's a bunch. There was a ton.
Let's just talk about the ones that appear on screen.
Okay, on screen. So there's Android 16, there's Android 17, there's Android 18. Oh, there's that ugly Android. Android 4, was it? The ugly big dude? You showed me him once. You showed me a clip of him. He was really big.
The fat,
and ugly.
guy, like really white guy.
Maybe.
Looked like a China doll, kind of.
Maybe.
That's 19.
Yeah, maybe it was Android 19. I don't know. That's all
that's
I know.
Android 20. Oh my god.
Android 21. She's one.
She's not canon.
But dang, she's one.
Android 8.
Android 8. What does that one look like?
Like Frankenstein's monster.
I think that's the one I'm thinking of. Maybe, perhaps. I want to ask you, what's your pick for Game of the Year? I know, but tell the chat what your pick for Game of the Year is.
My pick for the Game of the Year is Celeste.
Why?
I'm edgy. I know that Red Dead Redemption is definitely gonna win. But I think the platforming was good for a game that was made with such a small. Oh my god! Let me finish chewing this ice. I'm sorry.
Stop chewing ice. They asked you.
I'm sorry. I know. It's my one bad habit. Can I have this?
This man's addicted.
For a game that was made with a relatively small studio, it's really admirable. The attention to detail is great. The level design is great. I don't know. It's just I wanted to win because out of all of them, it's the one that I enjoyed the most. I haven't played any of the other ones.
All right, here's my opinion. I haven't played any of them on the list, but just from looking at it, I really think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a good pick for it.
I think Spider-Man's a pretty good pick too, though.
I think so it's Spider-Man, Red Dead, Celeste,
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Haha.
What else said it? Look,
there's one more.
Obviously, I don't think it's potent enough to stick out, but the
Left
reason
4 Dead 2.
Left 4
I'm
Dead?
kidding.
I was like, wait, what?
They re-released it in HD.
My thing is with the Red Dead versus Spider-Man. Do you really, genuine question, do you think Spider-Man as a game, let's say if you took the Spider-Man skin off of it and you made it B-Man, would it have the same, not saying it's a bad game, it's certainly a good game, but do you think it would have as much of an impact?
No. But
that is a part of the appeal.
Yeah, it's God of War. That's one I forgot.
God of War did look good too.
I've heard mixed things about God
but
of War.
Red Dead, from what I've seen, just seems so expansive.
It's the most influential out of all the ones on the list.
I mean, obviously.
Spider-Man, I'm biased. Y'all can't see it, but like right there, I have a Spider-Man poster. I love Spider-Man. I agree. I think Red Dead probably deserves it because, like I said, I can't afford all those games, so I haven't played all of them. One day, I'll play Spider-Man for the PS4. But just going off of Rockstar's track record, like they have really good video games,
But they treat their workers like shit.
So the horses can have ball physics.
Ball physics, nut physics.
I didn't want to get into too much detail with that.
Yeah,
if you know what I'm talking about,
you know. If you know it, you know it. Or you can play poker for 12 hours.
Yeah.
But I think it really comes down to what and this is probably pretty vague, but what's the criteria for best game of the year, right?
Yeah, it's so abstract.
Because obviously Celeste did a lot for what they had. As an indie game, it's already impressive to make it on the game of the year list, right? Mm-hmm. Celeste does not. I don't know. It doesn't have much of a storyline, really.
I mean, it has a story. It's like a very
it's not
minimalistic
super exactly.
Story, yeah.
But some would say obviously that its gameplay is revolutionary for its level design. It's incredibly fun. But how does it stack up? How do you stack a game like Celeste to a game like Red Dead at all? How do you stack those two together?
Yeah.
And decide this game deserves Game of the Year. How does it work?
Like last year, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Mario Odyssey and Zelda were going up against each other, and it's so unfair because they're like completely different games, and it's hard to judge that, right? Because like different things went into different aspects. Like, I'm be real, right? This is a hot take. I think Mario Odyssey is a great game, but it would not have received as much attention. This kind of all comes full circle because how valid of a statement is it to say it wouldn't be as popular without Mario or Spider-Man? Because that is part of the charm of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like other platformers, like if you put in just a random little kid in Mario's place, would it have been that popular?
Yeah, no, but I guess it's the lovability factor of Mario. We all love Mario.
Exactly.
Who doesn't love Mario? Let's see. Up All Night says, "Don't forget about Detroit Become Human. That's the only game that matters." I know nothing about that game. I know
I
squat.
think okay. I'm gonna. This will be a fun little mini game for my part. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to talk about what I know about the game because I was really hyped for it whenever it was coming out, and I forgot about it. I'm sorry, chat. So correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So I've only watched one trailer. It's in the future, and AI is living amongst humans, and like they're put into all these situations where like like their humanity is tested or something. I think Jennifer Lawrence is in it.
Okay.
That's all I know. So thank you. You guys can bash me in the chat for being wrong now.
Yeah. Up All Night, you obviously are Detroit Become Human resident expert. So give Payne a grade on how he did on his explanation.
I think I did pretty good.
So what's the appeal? What's the charm of it?
I'm
Just
pretty
like the
sure.
visuals,
Okay, have
the
you
story? What is it?
have you ever played the Telltale Walking Dead games?
I've seen them. I know enough about
It's
them.
just like a point and click from what I know. I could be wrong. But apparently, like a big focus on it is like the multiple routes that you can take. Most of the time those games don't live up to that hype. Just because like it's so hard to make a weaving narrative like that. But if they would stop caring about money and actually care about the art behind it, I think it'd be pretty simple.
Yeah.
Because it's like you want to sell more, but you can't like keep doing all these alternate routes, or eventually you're like making 100 different games. You know?
Really. And it's like I don't know. For me, honestly, those kind of games never clicked with me.
I love The Walking Dead. I love
didn't
The
like
Walking
it.
Dead.
Like watching it, I guess. It just was like, I don't know. I didn't feel like I was playing a game. But I mean, I get that it has an audience and people like it. It just wasn't for me. I don't know. I'd rather just watch. Oh shit, sorry.
You're good.
I'd rather just watch something like that,
Yeah.
But that's just my personal opinion on it. Never really clicked with me.
Yeah. I liked it just because it was like I was watching a movie, but it was like kind of a gimmicky movie. Like you get to make the choices, like in season 2 of The Walking Dead, you play as like this like 12-year-old girl, and like you can like make fun of this like pregnant lady or something like that. And it's so fun to like make your own.
That's
character.
where the TikTok meme comes from, isn't it?
Where?
Are you sure we should do this, little girl? What if we're dangerous? What if I am? I know it's from a Telltale game.
Why don't you pull
sure.
it up and I can tell you.
Okay.
This is if you haven't seen it yet, watch Aidan's video on TikToks, on ironic TikToks. The Walking Dead was so good. I haven't. Okay, so I stopped playing. I think season 2. Just because I stopped using my Xbox, which is where all my data was.
Leave. What? You heard me.
Hopefully you guys can hear this.
Please, don't do this.
Are you sure you want to do this, little girl? I mean, what if we're dangerous?
What if I am?
Is that Walking Dead?
That is Walking Dead. That's Clementine.
This is all over TikTok, but it's put to music. See if it
Well,
whatever.
focus, yeah.
I'll do like the makeup channels.
It's not working. You tried. You tried, Aidan.
Whatever.
Give it up, old man.
So that's yeah, that's definitely from that's all over TikTok. But my exposure to the games is very limited in that sense.
Yeah. I definitely think that if you want like a really, if you want a really compelling story, you should just watch Friends.
Never watched Friends.
It's not. All right. I'll give Friends its credit. In 6th grade, I thought it was the funniest thing. I haven't watched it since then, but it was like my introduction to like kind of edgier humor.
Is Friends edgy?
No, it's like edgier, like sex jokes and stuff. Like I had never seen that before, and oddly enough, my mom bought me like almost like 3 seasons on DVD. She supported me watching it, so thanks, Mom, for being progressive.
Shout out, Mom. And that's the thing that's just in general, I think that's gonna come a lot with this, in future generations. Is just parents not caring so much about.
Yeah,
it's
so hard to actually.
I was playing Mortal Kombat by the time I was 3 years old.
I'm trying to think what I was doing. My mom, bless her heart, she tried to be a helicopter parent, but she was so bad at it. Like I couldn't watch like shows like Ed, Edd n Eddy. I couldn't watch the majority of the Cartoon Network shows, but I was allowed to watch Dragon Ball uncensored. And like I'm sure if you've told you a story, but, like arms were flying off and stuff.
Yeah.
And like she even walked in the room at one point where like one character was just like bleeding out and stuff. And like And she was just like, whatever. But God forbid I watch
Ed,
Ed, and Eddie and get bad morals from them, you know?
Hit or Miss is my favorite TikTok. How about that one, Aidan? Well, you want the full, in-depth, my grabs or how I feel about TikToks, you gotta check out my video on my channel. Ironic TikToks video. But, I'll give you a little brief.
Can I do the hit or miss twist real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Hit or miss. I bet he never miss. Huh?
I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, can I put my 2 cents in on it? I personally think it's a little funny. I know you're gonna disagree with me on that. It's cringy. Like, that's why I like it, you know?
I don't know, it's just not cringe enough.
I don't like the voice. That's the worst part.
It's like it's in that middle ground, right? There's like a plane, there's a line, right? Where you have things that aren't cringy that are normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have things that are like so cringy that they're funny, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're just so bad. And there's just in between those points that I just feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this, like, you ever seen like someone give a book report in school and it's just bad, and it's like, oh, you can't laugh at it, but you're like, oh, that's bad. That's how I feel about hit or miss.
Interesting.
It just the fact that it's a porn star diss track also always makes me feel like, oh, that's so strange.
Are we allowed to talk about that on this channel?
I think so.
So we don't get YouTube takedown.
YouTube strike our entire channel because we talked about a porn star diss track.
So I have an idea to get my channel on the map again.
Let's put it on the map.
So I'm going to take note from Shane Dawson and make a documentary series on
Me?
Oh no.
Oh.
Sorry. On the Round Table. He's this dying he's I'm not trying.
Y'all didn't hear that. No, we are not spitting any.
I didn't mean to, but
Round Table. If you hear that, he didn't mean that.
I love you, Round Table. Please don't kill
He didn't mean that.
It sucks though, cause like, you know,
Yo, expose him. Hit him up on Twitter right now. Oh my God.
What I meant to say is that it sucks because, you know, all the Steven Universe hiatuses, content becomes dry. I know from experience, you know. It just I definitely think that they need
PokeTubers out of season.
What if there's not a Pokemon game out?
Ooh, Smash Tubers out of season. Ooh. No. You know.
I'm not toxic, I promise. I'm so sorry. I'm just saying that, like, I think that Steven Universe channels are just honestly outdated. And I mean, that's why I started trying to distance myself from it, because you can only do so much with that. Because once that series ends, all of these channels, they're gonna have a rough time getting back on track, you know?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Like, I followed a ton of Legend of Korra channels whenever the show was big, and it's like, you know, once the show ended, their channels ended basically, and you have to like change with the times, or else you'll get left behind.
So you want to make a documentary on the Round Table?
Not on the Round Table specifically.
Okay. Who's next? Who's getting the Shane Dawson, Jake Paul treatment? Who's getting documentary?
I'm actually. I don't want to name any channels because I don't want to be that channel.
Not yet.
Not yet. I don't have the clout to do that yet.
But when we got clout, we're coming for you guys.
Yeah, y'all just wait.
Y'all better wait when we got clout. Y'all going down.
I love if the Round Table is watching this.
I'll be honest with you. I have no idea who the Round Table is.
They're just this channel that is like Steven Universe.
But I don't know you, man or woman. But yeah, I respect you. Keep doing your thing. Love you.
Where is my phone? Who cares? I don't know. It's just like I've been there, right? Because like on Steven Universe hiatuses, my videos would get like 3,000 views on average. You know.
Boost my credentials when you're at 1 mil. Absolutely.
We will. We'll fly you out.
Look,
for a podcast.
Up All Night. You've been A1 since day one. So when we have clout, yeah, you're coming. You'll get to be on the podcast. You'll be on the stream, man. You're gonna be on the podcast for sure.
Yeah.
When we get that mad clout, so hold on to that.
Also,
clip this. You know, I don't know if you can clip on YouTube.
I don't know if you can.
But you know, hold us to it, man.
But for people who are interested in it, who are watching, new Blue River trailer dropping December 7th.
December 7th?
Or 6th, sorry. Thank you for correcting me on that. I want to drop it the day before Smash so I can get lost in it.
You know, there you go. December 6th!
New Blue River content.
You like Steven Universe? Probably. You like Gravity Falls, probably. Imagine that, but better.
Exactly.
That's gonna be Blue River,
I'm-
man.
I'm like if Rebecca Sugar and Alex Hirsch fused together. So that's me.
Definitely, and you know,
And a lot cooler. I can skateboard.
you've always you ever wanted to be on the trend before something's big? This is your chance, man.
You can be the first in the Blue River fandom.
You can make the first Blue River videos. Make your Blue River theory videos. Get mad clout for the run of Blue River.
Yeah, just kidding. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't want to hype it up too much because that's not my move.
Honestly, SU Hayes casually killed my.
Yeah,
definitely.
That happened.
Oh,
that happened to both of us.
Sorry. Honestly, SU's hiatus casually kills my interest in SU element. I wanted to read it out because on the run back you might not be able to see the chat. I didn't want to just mumble it. So context. Stardust says that the hiatus has killed it, and I absolutely 1,000% agree with you.
Yeah.
Two things killed Steven Universe for me. It's hiatuses, and the fact that I honestly think towards when I stopped watching it, I felt like it was all over the place.
Yeah, you stopped watching like season 3, I think. With like,
I'm still pretty much caught up, except for like the last I think 8 episodes or something.
Yeah.
But pause, back up.
We're back.
It's like it was just. It seemed like it didn't know what it wanted to do.
Yeah.
They couldn't keep their villains.
Like
there were no stakes. And you're right. I was tired of waiting 100 years to watch one fucking episode, and then I get 5 shoved down my throat, and so it's teasing you. It's like, little story. You like this character conflict? No.
Give that back to us.
Give that here.
Yeah, it sucks because I think the minute I lost interest was, just like whenever Lapis left again, because she just kept leaving, kept coming back, come back. And you can tell it's because they didn't know what to do with that character,
Oh, for
sure.
Her personality was all over the place.
Yeah,
all
right. So she leaves Earth in like season 1, right? Comes back, she's like a victim. It's like, oh, that sucks. I feel bad for my girl Lapis. Then
she's sassy, and then she's emo.
Yeah, she's emo. Can we talk about that? Was the weirdest thing ever.
Bro, she was so emo. She hated it. That was annoying. I was annoyed. She was like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm Lapis Lazuli. I've been through a lot of shit. All right, you know what? Yeah, I felt bad for Lapis. But damn, you're not supposed to make. I think the worst thing you can do is make a victim unlikable.
Yeah, really. And then cause
I don't even want to get into some things I think about Steven Universe and what they promote. In certain episodes, Steven Universe promotes some pretty nasty stuff, my friends. But that is not here nor there.
But my thing is, yeah, you bring up a good point about the episode Alone at Sea. It kind of paints Lapis like the abuser, and it's like.
Yeah.
It's weird and.
Exactly. That doesn't make any. I think it's very counterproductive to the points there.
Yeah, because I think that they're trying to show that she's like, a victim of I guess it's a metaphor for domestic abuse, right?
Exactly.
And it's like, well, actually, she was bad too, and it's like, wait, you're confusing me,
Yeah,
Steven Universe's animation also. I said this in my retrospect on Steven Universe video. Like, is Steven Universe that bad? That I was okay with the characters going off model, and I've looked into it a little bit more, and there's definitely a difference between going off model and inconsistency, and I really wish I would have stressed that more. There are just some episodes where Connie's this tall, and then some where she's this tall,
Yeah.
and it's so weird. If you want to draw her with a different nose, or slightly different nose episode to episode, that's fine. But stuff like that just takes you out of it,
I also felt like Steven Universe had no grasp of power scaling. I was confused on the power of so many people all the time.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I don't want to talk too much about Steven Universe.
Yeah.
But we're actually at the hour mark, so we're gonna go ahead and take a quick 5-7 minute break.
Yeah.
Go use the restroom. But we're gonna be right back. We're gonna probably play a little Smash 4. And talk a little bit. So, actually, I want to say shout out. Our Alberto Clerge says, "Are you gonna upload more?"
Yes. Fun story, real quick. I have a video completely recorded. I just need to edit it. It'll probably be out in a week or a week and a half. I promise you guys will like it. I'm gonna get back on my schedule soon.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna take a break. We'll see you guys in about 5 to 7 minutes. We hope you stick around. We will see you then.
Oh, we're back.
All right, we're back. Thanks for the quick hiatus, guys. Just a little break for you.
We're doing great right now.
Shout out to everyone for sticking around. I had to pee and burp, and I didn't want to do that in front of you guys.
And
It'd be really embarrassing.
I got really deep in thought about something. Doesn't it suck that iCarly was just named iCarly and not like Sam wasn't in the title at all? Were people really clicking on it?
I mean, to be honest, I feel like in a lot of ways, Sam was the character. She was the one people liked.
Carly's just like, hi, I'm Carly.
She's the host, but Sam's the character. You know, she steals the show.
Yeah, and I wonder, do you think that the actors that they got, like Gibby and like all these random kids around their school, like, do you think they got compensated for being on the show?
How much was she making?
She was making a lot.
Bang.
They lived in a high-rise apartment in Seattle. Her brother wasn't making any money.
Yeah.
He's just an artist. Rip, my boy. Carly was making bank, dude.
Absolutely.
Do you think that we should report to the IRS?
Carly's an e-girl? Carly is a freaking e-girl. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, time to be reporting. So. But yeah, no, I never thought about that. I would hope that Gibby was at least compensated. He did some crazy
Gibby
shit for that
deserves
show.
money, dude.
He did some crazy shit. Didn't he save them at one point?
Yeah, from a stalker. Do you remember that?
He needs bank.
Her name was Nora.
Nora.
We can't silence my queen.
I bet Carly paid for them all to go to Japan when they did.
They went. I forgot that they went to Japan. Wow.
Fan theory: Spencer was a firebender. I would like some evidence on that one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you get away with that claim.
I would like to hear your theory.
That's a pretty wild claim.
Is it just because his sculptures are so good? You think like he melted the metal and stuff?
Perhaps that is something he might have done. I don't know.
Yeah, iCarly was just the original Twitch girl, dude.
Yeah, she wasn't. You thought, or not thought, maybe, but
we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what the future.
We don't judge if she is.
The future of iCarly could have been something. We don't know.
I think it's time for a reboot, dude.
She's like 16 on Twitch. Hey
Playing
guys, make sure to subscribe to me and Sam's premium Snapchat.
We're playing League of Leggings.
Facts. He always started a fire every episode, like out of nowhere. Okay. That does say facts. However, there's only one fact. It's not wrong. It's a theory, and I'll take it at face value as a theory.
I think we should bring Matt Pat in to analyze this.
Matt Pat, absolutely. Maybe he'll give the Pope season 1 of iCarly.
Can you imagine?
Guys, look.
I think we'd peak on the internet if that ever happened.
I want to say that is the worst thing gamers have ever done in the history of their existence.
I feel a little bit bad for Matt Pat.
Look, Matt Pat. I don't think Matt Pat's a bad guy. I don't. I really don't. And you know what? He's really not even a terrible face for the community.
Yeah.
But you gave the Pope a copy of Undertale, man. Not even a physical copy. You gave him a download code.
Yeah. Ooh.
Dude, you should have hit up Toby Fox like, hey, I'm gonna give him a copy. Can I get a physical? He probably have been like, hell yeah.
Can you, I feel like Toby Fox would have whipped up some like crazy good art for like a cover.
Absolutely would have. But a download code, that's just downright disrespectful. I'm hyped up for your hyped up your years. I feel cheated. Damn. Look, Up All Night. Look, I'm not saying your theory's bad, man. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying you need a little.
I appreciate you hyping up my Steven Universe theory videos because I already watched a couple of them the other day, and I was like, where was I getting this from? Like,
they were pretty nasty.
My favorite one was Steven dies.
Like, alright, but that wasn't really like a theory, was it? It was like a
what if he dies, yeah. But I worded it like it's a theory about Steven dying. Yeah,
I get that.
I thought Peridot would die. Anyways, sorry.
No more
Steven Universe. No
done
more.
With the SU talk. That's past. I'm done with Steven Universe. All right.
You know what's in right now?
Smash. What else?
Super Smash Brothers.
It is. What else? Red Dead 2.
Red Dead 2. I'm trying.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Woo!
Can we talk about how oversaturated Star Wars is? Do you think that Star Wars is oversaturated? Did you see the new Han Solo movie?
No, but I heard actually decent things about it comparative to the rest of the movies. I don't know if I'd say Star Wars is oversaturated. If you asked me that question 2 or 3 years ago, I probably would have answered yes.
Why 2 or 3 years ago? I mean, like.
I feel like I've seen a lot more of it. You know. What do you mean by oversaturated?
Do you smell that?
I do. I think our neighbors are cooking.
Maybe they'll invite us over.
We Bear Bears review, bro. We Bear Bears sucked.
Oof.
Ooh, We Bear
Sorry,
Bears sucked.
Everybody loves that
I got
show.
so much fucking heat for my video. I did a video way back on We Bear Bears. I said, look, guys, this show is booty butt cheeks. It's not good. And I got roasted endlessly, bro. That video almost ended my entire career. Bro, everybody was at my fucking throat.
Okay, here's my thoughts on We Bare Bears. It's pandery, but you know, if you enjoy it, you enjoy
Ooh, they
it.
cooking mashed potatoes next
I
to
know,
us.
I smell that.
I'm hungry.
That's like some like kind of chemical in the air. We're just like dying. We're
We're
like,
slowly dying.
This smells so good.
Everyone who liked it were furry.
Oh.
That's why you're the homie up all night. That's why you're the homie, man. That's true.
Yowzers.
Look, I don't care if you like the show because you're furry. Just admit it. I don't have a qualm with it.
You don't have to admit. Okay.
Admit it. Just tell
You
me.
don't have to
Don't
admit
lie to me.
That's how the Red Scare started.
Don't lie to me and tell me that show's good.
Okay, you also.
What's good about it?
I don't think it's good.
What's good?
I'm not gonna argue that it's good, but
Argue if you were. Let's say you
Okay.
were one of these people. What do they say normally?
it's cute. That's it. That's the yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm a bear. Lay Mimi, I have memes. Whoa, dude, I know memes. That's crazy.
But then Powerpuff Girls do it. They're like, bro.
Dude, when Powerpuff Girls do it, they fucking headbutt the wall and like jump into a vat of acid. They hate it. But We Bare Bears does it,
And
and
We
they
Bare Bears
backflip into a foam pit.
We Bare Bears did it within like the same year that Powerpuff Girls did it. So.
Now, granted, I will say We Bare Bears
Granted.
did it much better.
Huh?
We Bare Bears
Yes.
did do it better.
Yes. They're not.
We
really-
Bare Bears will not be nearly as dated, but you can't watch an episode of We Bare Bears without them being like, I have a smartphone. This is
Hey,
a
Panda Bear,
smartphone."
what are you doing? Oh, I'm just on 9gag.
Oh, sorry, let me use my Uber Eats. I'm so hungry.
Aw.
God, like, look, man, that's all. Yeah, I heard it's cute about someone's Fox persona. They don't need that toxicity. Technically, all series with anthros are furries. No. What? Up All Night, I don't think he's saying the series is just like that. It's about furries. It's that it's pandered for them. Because I don't know if I'd agree that all anthros are pandered for furries. Amazing World of Gumball is an amazing show.
I'm gonna be real with you, dude. A lot of people make furry art of like the mom and stuff.
Oh, I'm not saying the furries don't love it, but I'm saying it's not
It's not a
pandered
furry
towards.
show. I agree.
You know,
I agree.
it has. Now, I'm sure there's a huge furries love that show, but it appeals to other demographics, I think, because it's just a good fucking show.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. I think We Bare Bears would have been good if it was funny. But I feel like a lot of its humor just didn't. You know, it's probably greater with the younger kids, but its humor just didn't
it is
hit with me.
crazy in Asia. Like the views, like people eat that up, and I mean,
Yeah, it just didn't hit with me. None of the
Yeah.
humor like really stuck, and I think that's where it fell short.
I don't know.
How did we get to We Bare Bears?
I don't.
Up All Night, just throwing it out there, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, We
I-
Bare Bears, man. Does it still air?
Yes, I think.
Wow.
I follow
That's a
the
good run.
storyboard artists.
That's a good run.
I think out of all the shows airing on Cartoon Network right now, this is my hot take. I think OKKO is the best one out there.
But you haven't even watched season 2 yet, though, huh?
Why you gotta expose me like that?
You haven't even watched season 2 yet.
All right, it's not on Hulu yet, but it's so good, and I've seen clips from season 2, and it looks great.
This guy. What's
Um,
airing? What is airing on Cartoon Network right now?
All right, so I'm gonna see what I know, and y'all can
Okay.
fill me in the chat.
Yeah,
if
if you guys know what's airing on Cartoon Network, we missed some. Make sure to fill us in.
Steven Universe,
Okay.
rest in peace, Uncle Grandpa. He's not there anymore.
Blessed.
I miss Uncle Grandpa. You got Amazing World of Gumball. You have Summer Camp Island or something like that. Teen Titans Go.
Cartoon Network hasn't made a good show since 2013. I don't think that's true, huh?
I think
When
Over
did
the Garden
Gumball-
Wall.
Oh, the Garden Wall was overhyped, man. It was not that good.
Oh my God! Don't even.
Did it
say-
look good? It looked great. I loved the way it looked.
We'll never get a Cartoon Network show that pretty again.
Bruh, but like, I mean, the story, bruh, sounded dude, I don't know, I was kind of lost, man. I don't know, I just thought I was.
It was just the atmosphere just completely
Overhyped.
carried it.
The art is definitely amazing. I won't sleep on that art. That was crispy.
Yeah.
And you're right, the atmosphere was. Mwah. But I
Did-
was, dude, were you really following it 100%, dude? I was like, what the fuck is going on?
That's what it is. It's just
That
like,
was an acid trip.
It's trippy visual. People like that stuff.
People do, dude. You make some trippy stuff. People love it. Do you remember? Well, you know, maybe that's not true. Do you remember Secret Mountain Fort Awesome? Is that what it was called?
Nobody liked that show.
What was it? And they had another one that was similar to it. Aired at the same time.
I know what you're talking about.
Pizza something maybe?
I know what you're talking about. Pizza Party Podcast?
No, I don't know. But you remember Secret Mountain Fort Awesome? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Forest or Fort?
Secret Mountain Fort Awesome.
Wow, that's a throwback right there. That's
that
just
was
trash.
the dark age of.
That was garbage. One of the worst things I think I've ever put my eyes on. It hurt.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
If you're gonna have like the trippy visuals, man, they gotta be done right. And that show just didn't look good.
dude, I don't know why Cartoon Network doesn't do those short series anymore. Because so they did I think they tried to make it a yearly thing every fall. Maybe they did it again this year, but I wasn't following. Sorry, y'all let me know. You had Earth Garden Wall in 2016, I think, or 2015, one of those two. Then We Are the Royals.
We Are the Royals. Did I watch that?
I didn't, so you probably didn't.
Yeah, if you didn't, I probably didn't watch it. I don't know. That sounds really familiar though.
Hold on. They went to a prison and had an epileptic seizure.
Oh,
yeah, that Secret Mountain Fort also.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Cartoon Network's weirding me out right now. You know what is also weirding me out?
Go ahead.
Big Mouth. I don't get the hype behind Big Mouth, to be honest. I promise to God, I'm not trying to be contrarian or anything, but if you like Big Mouth, can y'all tell me what you like about it? Are the jokes good or something?
I've watched some of Big Mouth. The jokes aren't good. It's what? That is the kind of content we've dribbled ourselves down to.
Okay, but you have.
But y'all won't watch anime though.
If we.
But y'all saw a tweet. We saw a tweet that said, "Motherfuckers won't watch anime, but y'all watch 20 episodes of Big Mouth," and that shit hit home. Y'all won't watch anime. Y'all will dog on Cartoon Network shows. They dog on everything, but we'll turn around and watch 30 episodes of Big Mouth and be like, that was good.
Okay, so. For me, it's so hard to get past the art style. Even if there was a semblance of something good there, it's just so ugly.
Dude, no, that's the thing though. Close your eyes and listen to
Don't lie to yourself. You would have loved that in 7th grade. You would have thought it was the funniest thing.
Am I a 7th grader?
But what I'm saying is that there's an audience for it, so I don't.
That's the thing, that the audience isn't 7th graders, bro. They're not 7th graders. That's what's scaring me. Okay, thank you. All my friends love Big Mouth, and I'm over here Maximus, you have eyes, ears, and a brain that functions correctly, but you're right. As 7th grader, I would have loved that. But I know fuckers who are 2 times my age who are
Big Mouth was so good.
I can't wait to get home from my office job and watch Big Mouth.
That's an escape from mundane life.
God, Big Mouth. It's just gross. That moment when your tampon falls out.
Oh, that's so gross.
Hey guys, ever had a boner?
That's gross, man.
It's that's not funny.
Yeah,
that's not humor.
It's I guess they're trying to go for the edgy kind of gross out humor, but it's just
bro, edgy gross out humor is gone.
It doesn't. Right? It just doesn't work that well anymore.
Unpopular opinion. Ren and Stimpy wasn't very good either.
I've never seen it. Oh, that's my unpopular opinion.
It just was boring, man. It was just gross. I don't know. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe we're just not meant for gross out humor.
Yeah. I mean, I think
it never has appealed to me. Even as a kid, I really wasn't a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
So maybe that's our problem. Maybe we're the ones here who are messed up. But Maximus agrees with us that the show is
yeah.
Where did it rank on that list of? There's a list of top what?
Top
50?
Animated shows.
Top how many? 50?
I think top 50.
Where did it rank?
It was above South Park.
It was in top 20.
Yeah. It was one of the. Yeah.
Imagine you took, let's say, 100 of the greatest works of animation of all time. You watched over all of them, and somewhere in your brain you concluded, hey, in the top 20 is fucking Big Mouth. I can't comprehend it, man. Look, if you like the show, all the power to you, man. Because, that means someone got to create their show and they have an audience for it. Good on them, dude. I'm not even going to hate on you if you like Big Mouth. But to say it is one of the best pieces of animation is boggling. That's insane. That makes no sense. But hey, that's just my opinion. Look, I bet if anyone sees it, I'm gonna get roasted for saying some stuff like that. It's oh, you like Big Mouth?
I think
Nope. Hold on.
We're donezo.
Hold on. Quick switch, boys. Let me see.
I think it may have died.
Yep. All right. Don't worry. And just like that, we're back on the air.
Whoa. Oof.
A little different quality.
A little different quality, but we're still here nonetheless.
We are still here nonetheless.
Hi, welcome back. This is an older webcam. If you used to watch our old live streams, we he used this camera back in the day.
Absolutely.
Also, if you used to watch those big streams, can we get a like in the chat?
Can you drop an F in chat if you used to watch the streams? Drop an F in chat. But yeah, so Big Mouth, overhyped, not as good as we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
we're coming on 6:30. We've been going on about an hour and 20 minutes. I say we hop in and do a little bit of Smash to end off the stream.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead, hop right into some. Well, that's frozen. Sorry, guys. We're actually gonna fix this really quickly. Stay with me for just a second as I fix this.
If you have any questions or anything you'd like us to discuss while I play Smash Brothers, let us know in the comments or whatever you call the live stream thingy.
All right. Don't worry, guys. Tech genius. Aidan's on the job. Okay, and that. Okay, well, never mind. It didn't ask, so we're just, gonna play Smash, I guess, because the webcam won't add, so.
It's all good.
It's all good.
We got 12 people in chat right now.
What's up, 12 people in chat? We are moving on to Smash here. You want to start getting it
going? Yeah, why don't you start trying to fix it?
Yeah, I'm going to work on that while Peyton gets Smash. Speaking of Netflix original, Stardust says, tell us what you think about the Netflix originals, man. What's getting you?
I like Voltron. I like I haven't actually watched She-Ra too much yet. I don't want to.
Castlevania
Castlevania is Netflix. See, we're getting all the best animation from Netflix right now. If you want story-driven animation, that's your place to go, man. Ooh, Aidan, you may want to talk about this one.
Honestly, I'm confused why 13 Reasons Why is considered. I don't think it is. I will talk about that just a second.
We're here.
There we go.
Oh, excuse me. Wow. Who would have thought it would have been me?
So 13 Reasons Why, right? Definitely a terrible representation of mental health issue, right? That is just one of the worst things because first of all, I don't like the fact that it kind of in a sense like glorified a lot of I think suicidal tendencies and the fact that like Hannah's made out to be this hero almost.
Yeah.
Like she's made out to be this good person, and if you watch the series, she does shitty stuff. She's a shitty person. Everything that main character does is she's just an asshole almost, right? Like go watch it, you haven't seen it. She's just a dickhead, and then we're expected to be like. Oh, boo-hoo, everyone else is to blame here, right? Like, the whole message is supposed to be your actions have consequences, right? But it doesn't play up the fact that Hannah's an asshole. And I agree with you, man. Terrible representation of it in general. Because, the shit Hannah was dealing with, look, I don't like to say that some people's shit is more intense than others. But Hannah was not, she was pretty privileged in a lot of ways. And, I think it glorified, like, oh, if you got these issues, this is, a way to deal with it. When it's not. That's not a good thing.
For sure.
Stardust says, and then there's me being like, yes. That's why they make Hannah's suicide look more like a revenge thing because she's actually depressed. You're right. It does look like a revenge thing, which is a shitty motif. So I'm absolutely with you. Also, the season 2 finale was awful. Dude, why the fuck was there a season 2, man? The whole thing was trash. But you're absolutely right.
Did you watch season 2?
I did. I would. And I would watch a season 3 if it came out because I'm very interested in...
To see how the shit show goes?
Yeah, definitely. It's a shit show. But man, Garbo. Absolutely Garbo. Very interesting thing to ask. Thanks for asking me that. That's interesting.
If y'all want us to play any certain characters, let me know.
For sure. We'll give you a little bit of our taste of our mains, I guess. Peyton being Bowser and me being DK.
Two heavies.
The heavy boys. But yeah, so that's I think, and like another thing was like a big thing when it came out was they had like a documentary kind of for it.
Did they really?
I say documentary. It was like a short film type thing. It's hard to describe, but it was like a bunch of the cast talking about mental health type stuff, and it was gross again in the way that they treat the show. Like it was like, oh, look at us talking about mental health. We really care about you.
When it's really just exploitive of like the tendency for like oh my god, sorry y'all, for like a really big like hot topic right now is mental health, and it'd be really cool if they had a show that tackled it well because there aren't many that do it, that do it justice.
It makes me feel like I want to say like it's almost like no one. I don't want to say that everyone's experience with mental health is the same, right? But to me, in a lot of ways, it feels like Jesus. No one who's on this writing show has dealt with anything serious in their life, have they? They've never faced an issue. And it's like, it's so dramatized. That isn't how life is. Life isn't as dramatic as they make it in a show. Like season 2, there's a lot of like talk and like the way they treat it is like life and death almost. It's just very strange. And it's just, I don't vibe with it at all. All right, taunt on me though.
I'm disrespectful.
Yeah, is that your character trope?
Yeah.
You're a disrespectful player.
Also the player that gets bodied.
But yeah, so terrible representation, I think, in that way. Interesting question, thank you. And you've never seen it?
Never seen.
Never seen it.
I don't. The only like Netflix shows that I've watched, like Netflix originals that weren't animation, I think were like Stranger Things and Sabrina.
Luke Cage?
Oh, and Luke Cage. You're right.
Luke Cage is very good.
I loved Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I thought
You
it was
finished it?
Yeah, I thought it was a fun watch.
Have you seen Riverdale?
No, I'm trying to avoid Riverdale.
Why?
I don't know. There was such a stigma towards it when it came out.
Stardust says never watch it because it's a waste of time, honestly. I agree, man. Like,
Did you get enjoyment out of it besides like the bad factor?
Not really. Not really. And like, it was just like, the only reason I watched season 2 is because I was so perplexed. Like, how do you make a season 2 out of something like that? You know? And so I was like, I gotta see that, right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's why if there's a season 3, I'm gonna watch it because I'm absolutely, boggled.
Invested.
But, and like, it's funny because there's like this gay character in there, and he's like this guardian angel. And he's just
He's a guardian angel.
It's weird because he just shows up, and he just like, oh, thank you.
No problem.
I don't know. He's very hard to explain because he's like, it's almost like he's shoehorned in there just to be like, oh, guys, look, teens, we have a gay character.
We have a
which is the worst way to write a gay character, right?
Well, and if you want to hear more about poorly written gay characters, go check out my video, The Worst Gay Characters.
Oh my god.
That would have been bad for me. I would have lost, huh?
Definitely.
Or would I? What if I mash?
It wouldn't do anything if you mash. I have to mash.
The monster mash?
Division says Riverdale was so good.
Really?
Jonathan, you got some sus opinions sometimes. I love you, man, but you got some sus
I
opinions.
haven't seen it, so I can't say whether. But I've heard it's like really melodramatic. But I also enjoy that kind of
stuff. Is the kid from Zack and Cody on there?
Yes. I don't know which of the Sprouse brothers. I'm sorry if you're watching this.
There's also the Asian lesbian, yeah, who I believe got Witch Rip her. Wait. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Who I believe got outed Witch Rip her.
Rip.
I'll be honest, Stardust, I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry, Stardust.
But you're right, there is the Asian lesbian. She's kind of a weird character, too.
Hey, is it because she's a lesbian?
Well, no, it's like her parents are gay. But she seems so ashamed of being gay. Which I'm like, that's not a good motif.
That's an odd choice, like usually it's like one way or the other. Like you have gay parents and you're ashamed, or you're gay and you're ashamed.
Yeah.
That's weird. I mean, maybe if they handle it properly, it could be interesting.
But they don't.
I know. I want more. I just want more well-written gay characters. Is that too much to ask for?
Who would you like? Who are your definitions of well-written gay characters in media?
All right. I know a lot of people in the chat haven't watched these shows, but here I go.
Let's hear it.
I think Shinji Ikari is
Shinji gay?
Yes. Well, he's bisexual.
Okay.
Shinji Ikari's good because, it's not just played up because it's like, oh, he's gay, I'm trying to think of like more Western shows that I really like. I'm trying to think.
The Ellen show.
I think Ellen DeGeneres is just such a great gay character.
What are your genuine thoughts on her as being? Because she really is one of the first big gay characters, right?
I love Ellen, honestly. I think that she did a lot for like gay people,
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm trying to think because like I had a whole list of like gay characters who were well written, but most of them come from anime, which is weird.
Well, like, give me some more examples of anime. I want to know one that maybe is there any that I've seen?
I'm trying to think.
Hideyoshi, is he good? Is Hideyoshi gay?
Hideyoshi's like non-binary, I guess you could call him. I don't know.
Any of you seen Bach and Tess? You know Hideyoshi.
Yeah.
You know that Hideyoshi life.
I'm trying to think, man. I think like Sailor Moon's good.
Is Sailor Moon gay?
No.
There's Jupiter. Jupiter is, right?
No. Uranus and Neptune.
It's Uranus and Neptune. Okay.
I think Sailor Moon's bisexual. A lot of these bisexual characters, but nothing wrong with that.
Do you think that's just like a cop out? It's easier. It's like they're not gay. They're
so
bisexual.
Sailor Moon is bisexual because she kisses Uranus once.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't. Is that like?
She liked it though. I mean, yeah. So,
Katy Perry.
That's
where she got the inspiration.
I'm gonna be real with you though. I hate to bring it back here, but I think that Western animation just doesn't handle it too well because it's more so like a diversity card kind of thing, right? Like we have a gay character, but like they didn't really do anything gay, you know? Ooh, I'm not gonna get to that one.
No, get into it.
I hate Voltron the way they handle their one gay character.
Wait, why are you gonna say you're not gonna get into that? Isn't he in your video?
He's in my video because he's bad.
Yeah, I'm saying why would you not get into it?
I know.
Because you're trying to. Get that
plug my
suspense bait.
video.
Oh, that was nice.
Um,
Let's see what we got in chat right now. Though I feel like the issues with 13 Reasons Why could be from the books themselves. I've never read the books, so you might be right. But from what I've heard, there's some serious differences though. So,
yeah.
H1STLY Sami.
Yes. Honestly, same. Did you really read it like that, Aidan?
Oh, honestly, same.
H1STLY.
H1STLY Sami.
Can we talk about
what does that mean?
how The Simpsons has gay characters?
Who? Ruby has a gay character that is handled better than most LGBT characters.
I need to watch Ruby. It's been on my list for such a long time.
I also forgot there was the one Disney series with
Andy Mack.
Andy Mack!
I remember that.
Andy Mack.
But Western animation, like, I wish Korsami was better.
Wait, no, Andy Mack's fucking weird, dude. Look, so
I've seen the scene.
Here's my Here's my experience with Andy Mack. One time I was at my girlfriend's house before she was my girlfriend. We were hanging out late at night with one friend, and we were just watching Disney, right?
Yeah. And
Andy Mack comes on, dude. I'm telling you, there's some odd sexual tension between Andy Mack and her dad. And that's
Stop.
It's so strange. I don't.
No.
Look, ask her. She'll tell you. Absolutely, there's some strange sexual tension between Andy Mack and her dad. The show is just weird.
Are you sure that there's not like close or something?
Look, let me tell you about this subplot, right? So
oh my god.
There's this guy, right, and he gets a text from someone that says, "You're you're girly." Yeah, it says you're a girly guy, right? And he's like, obviously a very flamboyant kid. And he's like, I'm not girly. It hurts my feelings so much that he said that. And at the end of the episode, he confronts the guy and says, "Hey, why'd you text me and say I was girly?" And he goes, "Dude, that was a typo. I meant to say you're a gnarly guy."
Okay, I need to explain the dad subplot though. That's the part I'm most concerned.
Dude, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to watch it. Like there was just sexual tension.
I would hope that there's not, right? I would hope that's
it's
not
just
like,
odd because like when we were watching it, we had no idea that was her dad. We're just like, this is odd. Like, why is this older guy? Like, why is there sexual tension? And he's just like, come on, daughter. And we're like, what the fuck?
He referred to her as daughter.
No, I just don't remember how.
That'd be really funny. Hello, my child.
Yeah, exactly.
My spawn.
That one gay dude who got the text. LMAO. Okay, wait, let's see. Ruby is amazing. Ruby is sort of weird, honestly. And Andy Mack is dramatic as fuck. Oh, that gay dude who got the text. Bro, stop! Stardust knows about the gay guy who got the text. He watches. Bro, Andy Mack, that's the only episode I've ever seen. That shit was weird. Stardust, you see Andy Mack, obviously you watch it. Do you think there is any kind of sexual tension between Andy Mack and the dad? I want to know. I'm interested.
God.
Because I want to know if I'm alone in that. But it was just awkward, man. I felt uncomfortable. I also got the privilege of watching something called Bizarrevark.
Oh, that got canceled.
It did, and it featured Jake Paul. Before Jake Paul was even really as big as he is now. And that was absolutely peculiar.
Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to just focus my gameplay, you know? Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Everybody gets one.
Mykonos dropped a heart in chat. Shout out, Mykonos. Thanks for coming through, man.
Hey, brother. Thank you for stopping by.
Guys, I'm sure y'all will see Mykonos on this stream podcast at some point. He's a good friend of ours.
Great friend.
Great friend. Good is an understatement. We actually, you see this light source coming from over here? Over in this direction?
This is his lamp.
That's his lamp. Thanks for the light, baby. Okay. I don't recall the sexual tension, actually. All I can remember is, the dad and the mom, grandparents, had sort of a fight, and then granddad just left to travel over the world. Okay, I haven't seen that much of Andy Mack, man. I don't know that much. But, maybe you're right. Maybe I was just crazy, but I thought that was hilarious, honestly.
The last Disney Channel show that I remember, watching, and understanding the plot of was, Ant Farm. That show is so weird, dude.
I did watch a little Ant Farm, but not a ton. I didn't watch a ton of Ant Farm.
I don't know. I think the last show I really kept up with till the end, because I didn't keep up with Ant Farm till the end, was I almost said I Luck Charlie. Good Luck Charlie. That show had gay representation too. Why is Disney?
It did. And I want you to touch on something. We had a conversation. A lot of shows nowadays have had gay couples in it, but it's not always, but it seems to be a majority of these lesbians.
Yeah.
And why do you think that seems more socially accepted than
I have a couple ideas about it, because I've thought about that a lot, because like you mostly see like gay women in animation and in TV, right?
Yep.
But movies are dominated by gay white men, or actually somewhat gay men. Because like you have like movies like Moonlight and stuff. I think it's because it's a lot easier to like not stigmatize two women as opposed to two men. Because I mean on the outside looking in, right? Doesn't it like this like is like playing in the stereotypes? Like most of the time, you'd think that two women are more capable of raising a child,
Okay.
And I don't know. I guess it's just like an internal stigma. Like lesbians are more acceptable because
I absolutely agree.
Because they're not seen by like the general public as sexual as two men would be,
Yep. I definitely I agree with you on
which
that.
sucks, But lesbians weren't always in the limelight, like when it came to like men, like the idea of gay, like of homosexuality, like in the 20th century was predominantly just like two men, right? And lesbians were overlooked a lot of the time. I don't know.
And you think that should be,
Yeah, because the stereotype is like, oh, gay men are flamboyant, and I guess like.
And do you think that oh, that was sick, nice.
Thank you.
Hold on, let me read this. Then I don't recall sexual tension. I love you all. Y'all remember Angus? Angus. What is
Angus
that?
from Ant Farm. He was
Angus,
the bigger
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, okay. Then again, I watched literally most of the episodes except like the new episodes. Honestly, I wish we have more series that have LGBT characters that are at least supporting cast or main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Since from what I see, a lot of LGBT characters are in Western media tend to be minor characters in the grand scheme of things. Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
But what I was asking you was, the fact is that Ellen really is one of the first like well received and liked gay figures and characters.
I would say that actually it was very like half and half. Like I'm sure like.
But you gotta remember that half and half is still good compared to how people were seeing who might have seen gay people before that.
Yeah.
Half and half is still strong reception for the time, especially. Do you think that the fact that she's one of those first people has an effect on that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because it's a lot more palatable, I think, right? Like, this is kind of getting into weird territory, but like, girl on girl is a big fetish, And because of that, these men who are doing a lot of the marketing, it's a lot more normal, So
Let's see. Mike Kono says, I theorize that women are more accepting gays in general, but for men, girl and girl is Hold on, fuck, I'm reading that wrong, I think. I theorize that women are more accepting gays in general, but for men, girl and girl is easier to accept than man and man, so they choose lesbians to appeal more broadly. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I mean, I agree.
I don't know. Like I said, it's just more palatable. It's more aesthetically pleasing, I think. But I personally, I think that just equal representation is all that really matters.
So you think Shinji's the best gay character of all time?
I just think I'm biased because I love Evangelion, so I'm gonna say like everything from that show is the best. There are definitely better gay characters, I think. The issue with anime is that it falls into, is it really romantic?
Yeah.
Like Shinji, like they both like take a bath together and like they sleep together, not like have sex.
Yeah, I figured.
But like they sleep like in the same bed. He's like, I was born to meet you, Shinji. And it's just like. It's cool to see that because like that was the mid-90s when that happened, like stuff like that didn't happen, and like being gay in Japan still isn't even like that big of like accepted, I don't know, it's difficult. I want to say Shinji, but I feel like there's one character I'm just like overlooking. I need to think.
I honestly can't like off the top of my head.
I'm just looking to see if everything in my collection that would help me. Go.
I don't know any are that many gay characters really like this is gonna sound like a meme, but really one of the only ones I can like really distinctly remember is in Mirai Nikki. There's this white-haired guy, right? And he's absolutely infatuated with the main character of like the guy, I forgot his name. Yuki. He's infatuated with that guy because I remember him and Yuno like fight for Yuki pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she kills him. I don't really remember. Spoiler for Mirai Nikki.
So, the 12-year-old anime series.
Is it 12?
It came out in like 2006,
oh my
right?
god! Wow, I'm ancient.
Or 2009, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, right? That also plays into harmful stereotypes about like, all gay men want is to like hook up. I mean, because like
Well, not like he wasn't. No, it was very much a love thing. It was not a
Was
sex
it?
thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's
When I said
good.
infatuated, I meant like in a loving way. He just like he really loved this guy. But it made no sense that like why he loved him was very
did they know
unclear.
each other prior.
I don't remember. Bro, it's been
And-
so long since I've seen Mariah and Nikki.
Mariah and Nikki rewatch.
Dude, Mariah and Nikki rewatch coming through.
But yeah. I feel like, oh, man, I wish I could say Kuwabara, because Kuwabara's such a good character, but
I feel like Luigi's gay. Luigi should be gay.
nah, he's with Daisy, dude.
That's.
Daisy the lesbian though, so who knows?
Well, I don't know, I just
I
feel
get
like-
lesbian vibes
I
from
feel
Daisy.
like I don't know. You ever see when you see Luigi and Daisy together? He doesn't seem that interested in her. He's thinking about other things. He's
Yeah.
distracted.
He's thinking about Wario.
Wario. No.
Wario's gay.
Waluigi?
Wario's
Maybe.
gay.
You think Wario's gay?
Yeah, he's got like.
Is that the representation you want?
No,
Wario.
I hate Wario.
Uh,
Fire Emblem has gay characters. It's awful.
The Phantom Cavalier says Daisy's with Waluigi. B/Pan Luigi AU. What does that mean?
Bisexual Luigi, pansexual Luigi, alternate universe. Wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna write.
Hey, maybe not an alternate universe, man. This might be this universe. We don't know. Luigi hasn't told us.
I'm trying. Oh man, it's killing me that I can't think of like a single good gay character. Because I put a lot of them towards the. I mean, like Brooklyn. I forgot the name. Brooklyn 319 or something. I watched.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is over.
Yeah, I watched like 2 seasons of it, and I can't believe I forgot the name. Those shows seem to have good. Shams. Those shows seem to have good representation for the most part. I don't know. It's like Modern Family has good gay representation.
Does it?
Yeah.
Modern Family. I haven't seen that show in a long time though, so I don't really remember the characters.
The gay characters weren't new, but yeah.
Well, like I'm saying, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Who was gay in it?
There's like 2 dads who raised.
Oh, that's absolutely right. I do remember that.
And they were pretty decent. Like they didn't feel weird or out of place.
Up All Night says sometimes people make a gay character trait and focus on that. Too concentrated, make it more real. Absolutely.
I hate that. Like that's all
the only
they have.
personality a lot
Like
of
we
times.
saw this movie. It was called Truth or Dare, and they had one gay character in it, and his whole plot was that he was like forced to come out to his father.
Yeah.
And it was like he had like that was his only trait was that he was gay, and it was like for real.
But yeah, I definitely also hate the sex maniac gay person fiend because it's just like, man, that's probably the most negative stereotype, right?
Yeah, that one's dying out a little bit though. Thankfully, that's like a mid '90s, early 2000s thing. Like Dragon Ball, like one of the only gay characters. His name is General Blue.
General Blue.
He's literally a gay Nazi who wants to have sex with Kid Goku.
Wait, ew, Kid Goku? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up.
It is, yeah.
What's that guy's name? Toriyama?
Akira Toriyama.
What's he on?
He's a creep in general, to be honest.
Is he?
He said that, so like, in one episode of Dragon Ball, Master Roshi shrinks himself to watch Bulma in the bathroom, and he said...
Kurt from Glee.
I haven't seen Glee. I'm sorry, y'all. Rip.
Kurt from Glee. I know there's a guy in a wheelchair in Glee. That's about all I know about Glee.
What was I saying? Oh my god.
What were you saying?
Wow, expose him.
I was thinking about this match, honestly.
Well,
Y'all want to play Smash, but... I want to play Smash. We're about to study for 2 hours. Catch me at Highland Coffee. We won't. We'll be here. But, good luck to your studies, man.
what was it?
We're actually coming right up on the 2-hour mark, so I think we're gonna
End it pretty soon.
play one final game, give a final thoughts, and wrap up the stream.
Yes. I wish I could remember what I was saying. It was in a really deep talk. Think, Aidan.
Someone in chat's gotta remember.
Somebody was listening.
Somebody was listening, even though I wasn't. Sorry, I was definitely listening. I'm just in the same predicament you are. I can't remember. It was about gay characters, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Early 2000s, overly sexualized gay characters.
Oh,
General Blue.
Yeah.
Toriyama's a fucked up guy.
Oh yeah.
There we go,
He said
baby.
he wished that he could shrink himself and peep on his own daughter, and I was like, oh.
Toriyama said that?
Yeah, he said that, and I was like,
oh, Toriyama.
yeah, and
Is
like,
that going to be a mistranslation?
maybe that's what I'm really hoping. Maybe he was like saying like something like a joke that just didn't translate over well, you know?
Yeah. And the humor is also very different in Japan.
Yeah, it's very pervy.
That is what,
That's the
super pervy.
as far as the stereotype goes.
I mean, but like, watch anime, man. It's pervy.
Yeah.
But I guess we can't say much now with fucking Big Mouth.
Big Mouth is.
I feel like Japanese pervert humor is funnier though, honestly.
I've never laughed at like one of like the nosebleed jokes or something.
Dude, as a kid or like even in like early high school, I thought shit was hilarious.
I mean, as a kid, I thought it was, but it's just like there's like an undertone of like sexual harassment in it, you know? Because the girls the girls never seem like too consenting about it. You know, they're always just kind of like.
But they always didn't turn around and date the main character. It is kind of fucked up in a way, isn't it? I never thought about it like that.
But who knows? I mean, even Evangelion isn't safe from it, dude.
Trying to sex Kid Goku. See you guys later. All right, Mykonos, thanks for stopping in, man. We appreciate it.
It was good seeing you.
It was. Good luck on your studies, man.
But yeah, gay characters more like shmay characters.
Damn, I relate with that.
But yeah, next video coming out soon. Blue River coming out in a couple. Oh yeah, Blue River comes out in like a month, I think.
The full first episode drops.
Yeah. I hope it's good. Hope you guys like it.
I'm sure the folks in chat will love it. These are our boys, after all.
Our boys.
And gals, if there are any gals in chat, shout out, boys and gals. Ooh, wow.
That was a good read on my part too, man. Just a little mistimed.
Is this gonna be deaf?
No.
It's not.
Because you're not good enough.
I think I would have just gone for the uppie. Like, ooh, nice. Not gonna kill me. Come on. Aw. Really, bro? Oh, wow. Wow.
Oh. I'm not dead yet. I lived, bitch. I love that picture.
Oh, nice. How's it dance?
Oh, no. Catch me in Ultimate with my Pichu.
I will. And you guys will too on stream, I'm sure.
On stream. We'll probably be streaming within the first week.
Within like the first... Well, honestly, it's going to be hard to get traction those days, but we'll probably end up streaming within the first few days, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because the game comes out on Friday, and then we'll, if we keep doing it on Sundays, then,
Yes.
hopefully we won't be completely trashed by the time we do a video, or do a stream.
We probably will still be
I mean, yeah, but, like, we won't be, like... Still learning how to move as much,
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
Make that comeback on me. Oh my god. Really? Bruh.
Donald. Oh,
Bruh!
everybody say it, so I'll just keep it going.
Eggs!
That's the only good vine. We got so much. That joke got so much traction.
Oh, let's go. You know what I just realized? I didn't turn game audio on that whole time and none of you said anything to me. Come on, boys. Alright. Well, I want to say, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty good reception for the most part. I had a lot of fun talking with you guys. Anything you want to say to wrap everything up?
Check out his channel. It's Aidan Hill. He has a picture of him dressed as Naruto as the profile picture. Yeah, I mean, stay tuned for our next videos, really. For me, it's going to be Blue River and my next, like, video essay kind of thing.
Phantom Cavalier says, oh yeah, game audio was off for the stream, by the way. Thanks, Phantom Cavalier. A little too late, but I appreciate the thought. I know you meant well, so shout out to you, man. But yeah. Check out my channel, Aidan Hill. Follow me. Follow us on Twitter, as you can see up here. We have... For me, it's at ZVG Aidan Hill, and for Payne, it's at Indigo Payne. If you want to know when we're streaming and when our videos go live, that's absolutely the best way to keep up with that stuff. And I'll also drop a link to my Discord channel if y'all want to join it. And yeah, just thank y'all for coming out and had a good time. Yeah, thank you guys so much. We had a great time, and we will see you next Sunday. Next Sunday. All right, guys, take it easy, and yeah, that was fun. Stay off.